What's going on YouTube? This is Chaos-Reighn here. Today I am here showing you a little bit about the Glennach cards farming methods that have been going around on PC. Now these aren't really that new, they've been around for a while, but not a lot of people on console know of or understand this farming method, so I am going to be here showing you just a little bit about it. I am currently doing this in standard because I don't really have the funds and or time to be sitting down and super grinding in League. However, I have made a few upgrades in League and I will be getting to that content shortly. I know I've been gone for a while, but I've had a lot go on in my life, and I'm going to be trying to keep up with everything and make sure I post videos twice a day and whatnot. Hopefully, I can get it going. But let's go ahead and see how crazy this map farm is, and you guys can decide for yourself if you want to replicate it and do whatever you want with it. Loading screens on console. Alright, first things first, you're going to need to roll some watchstones. The watchstones I have rolled are Fraught. I have 2 of them rolled, a Demonic, and then I have a Booming Populace rolled. I am using Headhunter with Double Inspired, that way I can take full advantage of the Beyond and make sure I have all of the buffs as fast as possible. And then you need to make sure you roll all your maps with Beyond on them. Now, normally I would be here in the menagerie adding mods to these because I don't have any more. I ran a bunch of maps yesterday. I'm not going to worry about farming them back up, and on console it's not a realistic thing to buy those beasts, so I just run them how I got them. Now, as for juicing, you're going to be doing the standard scarab juicing. You're not going to be doing any hyper juicing because this is basically to show you the value and point in running this. So we go with Rusted Breach right here, Rusted Elder. Let's go down this way, Rusted Legion, and really the fourth one is just on personal preference. You can do Abyss for more rares. I will do Ambush for Beyond Pops. Now, Ambush has been the meta to go to for this league. Everyone's using Ambush, and as such, they are using the Atlas passives right over here, which is tamper-proof and twice tempted. This gives you a lot more, strong boxes initially, and then they're always corrupted, and you can have a chance to open them twice, which can give you 2 Beyond Pops. I am using this, the resource reallocation and contested development. This allows me to run 4 corruption chambers. Corruption chambers are very valuable in standard, and I just feel like I really enjoy them. And then, of course, we're taking all the beyond nodes in the tree here. So for our first map, we're just going to throw in some scarabs. This is what the map looks like. If I go over here, okay, that's what we have for our sextants, our watchstones, Atlas tree modifiers, alright. Now, because we don't have Nemesis on our map, we are going to roll either Infused Nemesis or regular Nemesis if you have it. Do Infused. I'm doing regular just for the sake of this video. I am going to then put Alva on here because, as I said, I am farming Alva in this area. So let's go ahead and see what this is all about, and hopefully I don't get too laggy. As you guys know by now, this is a console environment that I'm playing on, so there will be an insane amount of lag. PS5 can handle this a lot better, but it's just I don't own one and they're not very available where I'm at, so we're just going to go ahead and run this with what we have and show you exactly what you can look forward to. Now the whole point of this is to pop as many Beyonds as possible and abuse the Nemesis 3 currency, kind of like doing as many Harbingers as possible last league and abusing the Nemesis 3 currency. It's the same concept. You're going to still sit here and loot a while, and we're not running Delirium just to kind of show you what it's like otherwise. And that's pretty lucky. We already found an exalt. I think we got killed by a fireball there. As you saw, I was a little bit choppy there and couldn't even see what was going on my screen. Sometimes when you're on console and you kill enemies like that, you're just not going to load the enemies, not going to load the projectiles, not going to load the fireballs. So I don't know if it's just a console thing or if PC is having the same issue, but I know that it isn't a good thing, and whatever they did do, they have messed a lot of things up. Hopefully they fix it. Now, while I'm farming, I'm going to be kind of going over a couple of the videos I've seen recently about the changes that GGG is planning to implement and my opinion on them. First things first, I really feel that Path of Exile is going in a very unhealthy direction as of now. It's to be seen whether or not it goes in the right direction, and as far as my content goes, I will probably still be posting content and still be playing the game because I love this game, but I have no idea going forward if my build's going to be even relatively viable in League. We'll have to see when the time comes. Ah, that's what killed me, Lightning Mirage. Okay, so we already have an X. Let's see, alright, cool. Whoa there, okay. Yep, that is console for you. Unless I hear a swing, I'm actually not going to go back for any of the currency, and I'm going to turn loot off right now. There we go. Alright, sorry, I've been trying to focus up a little bit. Now, what you can do on these maps is obviously, aside from doing this, you can run Delirium. 20 or 40% is about the comfort level that I can do on console. I can probably run 60% relatively easily, but there's a lot of issues I have with 60% sometimes. Now, if you're going to be running this, I will suggest that you just kind of just kind of be aware that you will lag a little bit and there will be issues. Obviously, if you're running a build that doesn't have very many issues or running on a PS5, then you can pretty much juice this as you want and not worry about anything. As you see here, we are just mowing down everything and not really worrying about anything in our way. There is a little bit of lag here and there, but it's to be expected when you're juicing the map with Headhunter and Insane Beyond Chance, so just be wary of that. Now I usually average one raw exalt a map per these. Obviously, if you're doing delirium, you might be running more. This is just to show you how much currency you're gonna get. I'll go over the sheer amount once I'm done with these, so you can see them. And that is pretty much that. We did everything here. We have no little tablets, so let's see. Now this is obviously not the best map to do this on because it's not very wide open, but you can still do it. I do these on just any map I can put them on right now. Canyon's the best map in this area. Just like last league, Canyon was the best map. It's the best map this league. Just because the area that and the way you can go about doing it. Alright, now let's turn on our loot and go ahead and loot the rest of this map. Alright, as you see, we don't have very big concentrations like we did in Harbinger. Harbinger, you just had an insane amount of concentration of currency in one area. However, this is just wherever the Beyond pops, so you have to think about that whenever you're thinking about it. You're not going to get nearly as much raw currency, unfortunately. It's just not going to happen due to the fact that, it was just really busted last league when you had an insane amount of bears come out of one Harbinger pack. However, this is more guaranteed. I don't know about you, but I've actually had Harbinger maps even with Infused Harbinger and the Harbinger Scarabs, the big ones, winged. where I actually went with no King Harbingers, and that feels really bad. However, this is just, you don't have to worry about, the random chance of getting a King Harbinger. You're just always going to be rolling and getting beyond pops because that's what's in the area. It's not a chance for anything really, and if you have enough beyond chance, you're just going to always be popping. Let's go ahead and loot that. Alvas are my thing because of this. If you see, we have so much loot in our alva. Now there is a way you can kind of cheese this a little bit. If you decide to, you can run 4 watchstones with quantity from things dropped from alva, and it does stack with currency. So it'll end up being somewhere like 60% quantity, and then with your map quantity, you'll just be pooping out currency. However, you're not going to be getting as many beyond pops overall, and it's going to feel a little worse. What do we have? This, okay. Alright. Now I can show you a video with Delirium, which, well, I'll just say I will show you a video with Delirium to kind of show you what you're looking at, results and everything like that. So if you guys are interested, please stay tuned for that, and I hope you guys do enjoy this kind of farming. I know it's too reminiscent of last league. For me, it just feels like more X button simulator. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to return to my hideout and offload the loot. On average, you'll get about 2 inventories full of loot on a super cheap budget, and about 3 to 3.5 inventories full of loot using gilded scarabs and delirium orbs. And scaling thusly is, the more delirium orbs you put on, the more you're going to be able to sit there and grind out insane amounts of currency. Oh, back to the topic that I started and didn't really finish. So I feel like the state of the game is in a very unhealthy place as of now. I don't know exactly where we're going to go and how I'm going to enjoy the game, but we'll see. Next league might be me more in standard, unless the league is just really fun. I do enjoy this league mechanic, which is the only reason I've stayed in league so long, and it's one of the more interesting and cool things I do enjoy about it. However, my luck with it is, I'd say, not very good. I still haven't gotten my headhunter in league, and I spent all the currency I was saving it for some serious upgrades, which basically made it so my damage went through the roof, which is pretty cool. I will be more than likely saving towards a headhunter sooner than later. I just have to get in a day or two of grinding and saving up the currency again. Now, I will say that the headhunter isn't really a necessary thing. I'm probably not going to be farming for raw currency like this in league because this is just boring and tedious. And if I'm already doing it in standard, I don't want to do it in both areas. However, I will be grinding casually for a headhunter, and if I get one via Gwenin, then all the better. But I'm not really holding my breath if that's the case, because it's probably not going to happen. I think my last reroll, I think I had 114 rerolls, and I bought like every belt I saw and a bunch of jewels and stuff like that, and I didn't get a single unique. It's pretty bad. So my luck isn't all that hot when it comes to the League mechanics stuff. I've made some cool stuff with Rog. Rog's made me some like 6T1 stuff and nothing great. Just had happened to have 6T1s and one of them was like rarity or something, but still 6T1s on an item just given to you like that is pretty solid. I do appreciate that. Alright. Alright, and that's the map. I'm not going to worry about the jewelers because I have so many of them. Now, normally when I'm farming like this on standard, I'll set my filter up so I only see divines, exalts, and chaos, and then just skip everything else. However, I just spent all my alterations recently rolling some watchstones, so I'm going to be picking up everything I see just because, and for the sake of the video, I figured you guys would want to see exactly how much you're coming out with. This is about an inventory and a half-ish. I did have maps in my inventory, which took up space, so that's kind of a shame, but it is what it is. Well, without further ado, this has been Chaos-Reighn. I do hope you guys enjoy this content. If you have any questions on these farming methods or want to see specific farming methods, please feel free to drop a message, leave a like, comment, subscribe, so on and so forth. And yeah, take it easy, everybody. Have a good one.